This video is sponsored by Crypto20, the world's first tokenized crypto index fund. Hey guys, welcome back. Now, former Goldman Sachs Raoul Pal is well known for being one of Ethereum's biggest fans. In fact, at the end of last year, he'd allocated nearly all of his portfolio into Ethereum and even took out some leverage in the form of call options, expecting a huge rally to finish the year. However, the crypto market doesn't like to follow anyone's plan, surprising many of us, and did in fact drop instead. And as I record this, Ethereum is still down around 30% from its all-time highs. So, what's the latest from Raoul? Is he still a fan? And where does he think the price of Ethereum will be going this year? Well, that's the topic of this video. So, we'll be looking at, after Ethereum's 30% drop, is Raoul still a fan? We'll then get his updated price predictions for Bitcoin and Ethereum for 2022, and then we'll finish with the one big place where the money is going to come from to drive the market to new all-time highs. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, always appreciated. Okay, so Raoul had maxed out his Ethereum position at the end of last year, and since it's dropped down 30%. Now, just before we find out what Raoul's been up to, first a quick word from our sponsor.
Did a bit to Ethereum, and I'll add more. I haven't yet. I will broaden out and do some more stuff. I'm trying to decide what to look at. I'm probably looking at some of the beaten down DeFi tokens and some other areas of the market that have been kind of beaten down, because we've had this kind of big sloppy sideways range now for months and months and months and months and months. But some of the market's been killed within that. So I'm starting to look at that stuff. Haven't yet deployed any money to it, but getting there. But I have been buying ETH. So Ethereum's the kind of biggest, most robust network in terms of the number of developers, the number of people investing in it. So that makes that one of your base, investments. Bitcoin, being the OG in the space, is another base investment. But then you want to start probably going a little bit further out on the risk curve. So we're seeing these layer ones, stuff like Terra, Avalanche, and probably Solana. Interesting. Then I think maybe 2022 is going to be the year of interoperability. So we're looking at, Polygon, Quant, and a few other things that might give us those opportunities. And DeFi's been quiet now for a year and a half. So I think we might see the next wave of DeFi, along with NFTs and social tokens. So there's a lot to play for still this year. Lots happening.
So Raoul couldn't resist adding to his Ethereum stack, as Ethereum has been going on sale. And safe to say, Raoul is still an Ethereum bull for 2022. And he's also looking at some beaten down DeFi tokens, as DeFi hasn't really gone anywhere now for over 1 year. Okay, on to his updated price predictions for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And as it hasn't been the best start for the crypto market in 2022 so far, is Raoul still as optimistic as ever?
I think this is the year of social tokens. People don't really yet, I talk about it, people don't really get it. We're seeing Bored Ape start with the Ape token. There's some of these, but these are still small scale. We're going to see some gigantic communities tokenize, and we'll see the power of token economics. So that's the big thing that people aren't aware of because they haven't seen it yet. So that's my big prediction for this year. In terms of price, I don't know. I kind of got it right and wrong last year. I said Ethereum was going to be the big trade, and that did really well. I did think Bitcoin would end up much higher than 100,000. I thought it was close to 150,000, and it stopped at 69,000 wherever it got to. And so I don't know if I'm qualified to make them a prediction, but I stick with, I use the logarithmic channel and the upside for Bitcoin if we get traction again, particularly if we end up with some central bank easing, which I think we will get the latter part of the year, or allusion to it. I still think Bitcoin can probably do, it could probably do 300% or so this year, and ETH could do more, significantly more again. I'm not in this for the short term, so I don't really care, which is so But all I care about is the adoption and stuff like that. So yeah, it's tricky to make predictions, but we'll see.
So a 300% gain for Bitcoin, and that is a 4x, and even more for Ethereum. So based on today's figures, that's around about $170,000 for Bitcoin and over $13,000 for Ethereum. So clearly still incredibly bullish, right? A 300% gain would be a huge move, but I definitely think it is possible if everything swings in our favor. If we get great and fair regulation from the US, and if we get a Bitcoin spot ETF approved, then we will definitely see explosive moves in the crypto market for sure. However, I still personally prefer to be more conservative and maybe half those numbers, as still a 150% gain would be excellent, especially in a time where the S&P averages only 10% a year, and we have negative real rates on bonds. Okay, to finish up, the important question is, aside from great regulation from the US or a Bitcoin spot ETF being approved, are there any other major catalysts that could send the crypto market to new all-time highs this year? Well, take a look.
Bitcoin needs a shot in the arm, essentially, from network effects, because we're seeing less activity than we are elsewhere. So you need to drive new participants into the space. One thing I do know is institutions are coming into the space, but I think it's switching a little bit from the direct Bitcoin access to VC access and hedge fund access and other ways. So I do think we'll see some more balance sheet stuff, but the problem is the accounting laws still don't help. So for gap accounting in the US particular, they have to mark it to worst price. And so it's a real nightmare on a balance sheet. So until that gets resolved, we won't see many more corporations do it. Flip side, we're seeing all the banks building crypto businesses, and of which Bitcoin is the predominant one, Bitcoin and ETH again. So I do think the banks will have them not on their balance sheets essentially, but in their trading books. And I think we will see more pension funds and institutional investors. And I think this year might be the year of the sovereign wealth fund. You know, it would be really surprising if Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Kuwait, I think Singapore already has it on their balance sheet. Saudi, I think there's a whole bunch of these that I think will start doing it. They've already been doing VC investments in the space. I think they'll start coming into the space in terms of physical ownership of Bitcoin. In terms of adoption, yes, it allows other pension funds to own it, other large pools of capital. Now, the key thing about these sovereign wealth funds is they have gigantic assets. So even a 0.5% weight is, billions and billions and billions of dollars. So when they come into the space, it's going to be meaningful and they'll be in it forever. So that's something to really keep an eye on, because when that starts happening at scale, it'll move the price for sure. And it'll drive pension funds to come in and kind of other players.
Former Goldman Sachs exec Raoul Pal, well known for being one of Ethereum's biggest bulls, has been adding to his Ethereum stack in this latest crypto pullback. He still maintains his bullish stance on the crypto market, stating that Bitcoin and Ethereum will be growing over 300% in 2022. And this gives updated price targets for Bitcoin around $170,000 and Ethereum over $13,000, which, let's be honest, would be epic moves for the two big crypto heavyweights. And he also thinks that this year is the year of the Sovereign Wealth Fund, which would bring an avalanche of new money into the market from pension funds and other major players. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Tell me, what do you think about Raoul's updated price targets? Is he still too bullish? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed, click below and join us. We've got some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. To check out the Crypto 20 Index Fund, see the link below. Okay, cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.